You know, you guys need to see that video though. Seriously. But you said that sound like Santana? That's pretty good because I think these kids, the Stranded in the City, that band there. You know what? You might have heard them. So you guys were on our show when we were at the Eagle's Nest. Remember that night?
It
It was nice and warm.
That's what she remembers.
That's what you remember about that night? It was freezing.
I was like, I need to get back into the bar. It's too freaking cold out here.
Are you allowed to call them kids? I mean, considering you. I mean, like, since you're older, but they're, in their 30s.
What do you mean?
Aren't they? Well, besides Tony, aren't the rest of them, like, in their 30s?
No.
What? AJ's not?
He's the same age as Mario.
He is? All of them? Oh, shit. I thought they were at least in their, like, 30. Oh, well, damn. I knew Tony wasn't, but the rest, damn.
Who'd you say?
Sorry, how old
Did
is
you
he?
say AJ?
Yeah.
No, he's definitely my age.
Almost
He's not
33.
Yeah.
So,
he is
okay, so then...
All of them.
Well,
Anyway,
okay,
AJ,
whatever.
I think he might be the oldest one in that group.
I thought they were.
Anyway, shout out to Stranded in the City. I'm sure they're playing somewhere this weekend. Just look them up. Look up their website, and you can find them. I actually tried looking, and I just failed. I always fail looking for this.
Then don't give the advice that you can look them up.
Well, I always look at the wrong places.
Oh my god.
Apparently, yeah. But yeah, Stranded in the City, they are out there. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you can find them, please go listen, watch, and you will enjoy their music. And like you said, they are pretty good, and they do sound like Santana. They have that vibe when they play.
Nice.
They're pretty good. Mark,
Nice.
Yeah.
what? How's? Are you sleepy yet?
Well, here I was gonna
Okay, go
talk
ahead,
about
nephew.
a movie real quick
Go
so
ahead
that he can
before
segue
before we do our intro.
Guys, I was scrolling through Netflix today and I saw this movie that I think you guys should really check out.
Okay, what's the name of it?
You can stream the whole thing now. It's called The Iron Claw.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think you guys need to check it out because the way you recounted this movie was awful.
What?
You missed out all the best parts about it. You misinterpreted the fuck out of it. Like, it was terrible. And we spent 45 minutes talking about this movie.
Well, we
And it was
didn't want to
not
give
accurate
away
at
everything.
all,
We
guys.
didn't want to give everything away.
Not accurate.
We didn't want
at
to give
all.
everything away.
We couldn't give all that the good
Yeah,
stuff away.
If it's the good stuff you so claim, then
Yeah.
why would we spoil it?
Exactly.
Because I'm not sure you guys took it in. That's what I'm worried about here.
I grew up with the Von Erichs.
Okay, then
Doesn't mean I knew anything about them though.
the biggest, most important part that I thought was what we could all take from it was when he's dating the girl.
Spoiler alert.
He's dating.
That's
the
why I
girl,
didn't want to talk about dating.
And she said, she says, "Isn't wrestling fake?" And he goes, "There's nothing fake about it." And she's like, "Well, it's all planned out." And his response to that was probably the best description of wrestling that I've ever heard. And none of you guys mentioned that once in our 45 minutes of talking.
Because that would be a spoiler alert.
It was in the first 10 minutes of the movie. That's not a spoiler.
A lot of people would have said, "Oh man."
Now I don't have to see it. Now I don't have to see it.
Exactly.
What's the answer?
I forget what the line was.
Have you guys seen the Iron Claw?
No.
Hold on.
Whoa.
Okay, go ahead. Say it.
So the answer that he had was the titles that he's pushing for are like a promotion. When you perform well at work, you get promoted and you get rewarded for the things that you do. So yes, it is scripted, but what they're doing is they're putting on a performance, and when they win things, they're getting rewarded for that. That sums up in the entire entity of wrestling. They might have the plan, they might practice it, but they're putting on a performance for the crowd, and that's why they do it.
All right.
And none of you mentioned any of that.
Again, damn it, we're not gonna. That's a spoil alert there.
Like that was the best part of the movie, and then you guys just didn't.
Okay,
touch
so when did you watch it?
it. Today.
So I'm right about something, right?
No, you were wrong.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, what did she even
I'm trying
say?
to remember. You said I was right.
You blamed the dad for everything.
Oh yeah, we said he could.
All of us
Always
dads.
the dad's fault.
All of us dads.
It's always the dad's fault. But,
Yes,
but
right?
yet the mom was also super dismissive.
Yeah.
I mean, Zac Efron goes up there and he's like, "Hey, I think Dad's being too hard on my brother. I need you to step in." And she's like, "Nah, you guys can figure that out. You're fine." Like, the mom is not innocent in leading to this abusive behavior for an entire family. And then at the end of the day, too, they're all making their own decisions.
She's tired.
She might be tired,
She's
but
just
like,
tired.
it's early in the movie. That's like 10 minutes in the movie as well. We got a whole hour and a half left to go.
Look, this was back in January when we talked about
Right.
it more than once.
And again, these are all adults. They're making adult decisions.
Well,
When you're 30, yeah, your dad can influence you, but like, why the
Then-
fuck is he making
oh,
the decisions
then I-
about if you go to a doctor or not?
Then
What-
I guess-
what is that?
then I guess this is gonna make sense.
Damn, I wish Jose was on. I mean, like, he's spitting facts over there.
Yes, he
Come on, guys. What I went into that movie thinking just off your description was not how I took it at all.
Then I'm sorry, nephew, that you feel that way.
I'm gonna throw clips of that in the middle of this
Okay,
in the
that's
editing
fine.
just so we can see.
Damn, I don't even want to watch it now.
I know.
See, now we're gonna have to sit and watch it. We'll have to pick a night to watch it. It's a great movie. You do remember the Von Erichs?
Oh, yeah.
The rest oh yeah, it's
Oh, yeah.
their whole story, the curse behind their. I don't want to spoil
Family.
anything. I better not spoil anything.
It's got some good actors in it too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Really good.
don't spoil anything 6 months later. Well, I think we'll be all right.
Anyway, Mark,
I
go
was
ahead.
in a movie recently.
You were in a movie.
I think so. It's so hard to know. But
Wait.
yes, I was in a movie yesterday.
You
What?
might still get cut, or
Oh,
You never know.
so, yeah, it
honestly.
still
I
has
mean,
to be
The
edited,
one
yeah.
scene, there's different scenes where, like, because again, I'm a background character for everybody listening. I still do acting, and there's a bunch of stuff I do. But in this one in particular, I was a background character in a mall, more specifically the Independence Mall.
The Independence Center.
Yes,
I used to take you guys there. Even you guys. We used to take you there for trick or treating.
guys, people get shot there.
Yeah, I know.
It is a dangerous mall.
It's a dangerous
Talking
mall.
about great dads.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah, I know, right? No, so I was thinking that the entire time, like, for people who weren't around there, I'm like, hey, this mall ain't safe, right? Like, it's kind of weird that we're shooting here. I get that they chose maybe this mall because no one goes there. It's so empty, so it's a little easier to shoot like scenes and whatnot.
So I mean, it's been years since I've been there in this mall. But are there like a lot of stores closed down?
Yeah, like
boarded up.
50% of the mall is closed.
So because they did that with the one in Olathe for a while too. Remember?
I don't
You
even
don't
remember
remember
it.
that?
I don't remember it. That's how old it was.
Yeah, it was a big old circle. Well, I
It
know,
was
but
square?
some of them were
Circle? I don't.
some of
remember
them
the
were
circle.
closed down, boarded up, and stuff
Yeah,
like
I
that.
mean,
Tell
they're-
us about what you did.
What was it?
Well, I mean, besides being, literally in the background, the contents of the movie, I don't understand it. I mean, I got picked pretty late because I put in an audition initially, but they never called me back anything about it. And then literally while I'm at work Monday night around midnight, I get an email saying, hey, we need extras for this. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And I'm texting back and giving information. And I said, yeah, it's the one with the movie, and it should be interesting. I'm like, okay. So they said, I'm trying to figure out information. They said, all right, your call time is 7 a.m. I go, oh, shoot. I usually get off at 6 a.m., so I had to get off earlier. So I got home, and I'm sleeping for about an hour. Then I'm up. I'm ironing. I'm doing all my stuff. I had to get all my crap ready for the day. Ironing. And I'm there. I was there from 7 to 7. So if I look really tired, it's because over the past 48 hours, I've probably had a collective maybe 5 hours of sleep. Literally, I know.
Young, you'll be fine.
Yeah, no, and I think I should be fine. I've done worse. I've been on less sleep, but the movie I still cannot understand it. I think it's a book. It's called Rise and Shine. So if anyone has ever read the book called Rise and Shine, I don't remember the person who wrote the book. I think the synopsis, again, me and the other people were trying to figure this out as we're there trying to get context clues because, spoiler alert, this is an actual spoiler alert. I think the girl dies in the mall.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good spot.
That's intense.
That's intense, right? It's confusing because
At the place we just said people get shot.
shot,
at.
I know there's even that's some more irony, I guess, to it. But yeah, no, I was at the mall shooting a movie about a little girl dying. We don't know how she died. That's the crazy thing. It makes no sense.
She?
The movie's about I think she has some kind of mental stability issues or something. They're teenagers, 13-year-olds, 13, 14, something like that. Again, I really cannot understand. I'd have to read the book for this to make sense. Apparently, it's a true story. Whatever. Well,
Interesting.
hold on.
That's sad.
Wait. I
Happened here in
lied.
Casey?
I lied. I don't think she died. I don't think she dies.
So
And I
then-
say that because I just said it's a true story, but I just remember that the chick who wrote the book, it's her story. So she's alive. She's alive. But something happened. Something happened at this mall that was extremely traumatic and like, I don't know if she like collapsed on an escalator, and that's like where like the last thing we were a part of. So, like I thought we
right.
thought she died.
So important question is, if you end up in the movie,
You
even
will
as
yeah.
a background person,
Where am I? You
are
singing?
you going to put that on your IMDb?
Oh, this would be the first one. Yeah, I could technically.
You can't do any of like those
Ooh,
commercials.
start your own IMDb.
Well, they're not-
I like that.
I think they only count as if they're movies.
What's an IMDb?
So
Internet Movie Database.
Yeah.
Basically, where you go to look and see all the actors that have been in things, the directors.
You can find
producers.
anybody in there. It's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
What's the name of the book?
Rise and Shine, Rise and Shine. Yeah.
Right. That's right.
It's very
Well,
nondescript
congratulations,
name,
son.
Too.
Yeah.
Could be about anything.
It's about like a girl coming into her own. Like I don't remember if her parents are divorced or not. These are just context clues that
You're
I'm
just
trying to.
assuming?
Is
Yeah.
it okay to talk about this, even though it's not out yet?
Oh yeah, our 20 people will probably keep their lips shut, so we'll be okay.
Or 20 people.
Yeah.
I
We
see.
we got 500 something, so almost 500 something subscribers, but only a couple people watch. What are you guys doing? If you're gonna be subscribed,
I
you
know.
might as well watch.
Please.
What are we
Watch
at,
as
anyways?
much as you-
Anybody know?
We're
I
at
can tell you right
472.
now.
472.
472.
With that being said, if you're watching this, please go like this episode, go subscribe to all our social medias, and go put it out there for yourselves and tell other people, hey, go watch the Big Modcast. Because you know what? There is some good stuff that coming out on here.
Yes. My son Marcos
473.
Garcia is
473.
473. Ooh, we just got a new one today.
Oh,
Which one are you
And,
clicked? Somebody clicked.
For the
Maybe one-
context,
They-
also,
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I said, ooh, shit, I haven't subscribed yet. I better.
I did
For
Oh,
the
okay.
context too, we had
a week ago.
we had David on the
week
show
ago.
2 weeks ago,
Tinaco?
and his TikTok that we made is at 26,000 views. So there's
20
people checking it out. Yeah,
Uh,
that's the Mexican Barry White.
Barry White, that's who it was.
yeah. Ron, you know what?
Very
And
wide.
Ron Gutierrez. Yeah. There's a guy out there who's really good.
Really?
Yeah. You have to watch that episode too. I thought you guys said you watch.
Hey,
Does-
she
does he-
subscribed.
Oh, yeah. She
does
subscribed
he-
last week, so she's barely catching in.
Does he have a Mexican accent? Mexican Barry
Yeah,
White?
he's Hispanic.
He's Hispanic.
But
No,
does he have like a Mexican?
Oh, like an
no,
actual
not really.
accent?
Like
Because that would
Vicente.
be like really sad.
Vicente.
Why would that be sad?
Barry White with a Mexican accent.
You-
That would just
Baby.
ruin it.
I don't know that I know what Barry
And
White
no, you
sounds
know what?
like.
And
Yeah,
I
I'm
and
like,
I don't
I'm
say
trying to
think
think, why
about
would-
it.
yeah, they
Think
don't.
about it.
Yeah,
You
they
guys
don't
are
know.
too damn young.
Yeah, they
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
You
I know.
But
didn't comment on this. You
I'm just-
guys just need to shush.
It's like trying to.
I know.
Is his singing different from his?
It's more of a
his-
Luther Vandross.
Ah.
Vandross. More like him. That's what he said.
No.
I think.
Barry White was his own. There is There is
Barry
no,
White had that.
Luther
Really.
doesn't come close.
Right. No, I know. It's two different people. So yeah. Anyway.
Go on.
Let's get
Go
to it.
on,
Let's get to it.
youngsters.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Big Modcast. This is episode number 97. Dudes, 3 away. Tress away from 100.
Let's hope you
Why
make it
can't
to
we
that.
just wait to be in the 100th episode?
Because you guys are here now. So.
Blame Ileana. Blame Ileana. Why don't you graduate
and
3
we are
years later?
just, ladies and gentlemen, we are
Need to
just
talk
getting
to that girl.
started. I know, right? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like I said, just 3 away. But nephew, before we get started, can we go ahead and put some words out from our sponsors that are making this,
Happen.
yeah, making this happen, making this possible. This podcast is sponsored by Quinn Concrete Construction. The company motto: no job too big or too small. Whatever your concrete need is, they have the experience and the professionalism to ensure a quality job every time. For a free estimate, call 913-279-1448. That's 913-279-1448 and ask for Joe Quinn.
This episode is sponsored by Goal Fire Protection. With over 26 years of fire sprinkler experience, Goal Fire Protection has built our livelihoods on established relationships and providing quality fire sprinkler systems. From retrofits, remodels, service, repairs, new installation, and inspections, simple to the extreme, we can help you every step of the way. No job is too small or too big for our knowledgeable crews. For your free estimate, call 913-441-3390 or email us at gochoa@goalfireprotection.com.
Maybe one day Chris
One
will
day.
say, "Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that's my brother up on the big screen."
I've thought about that. I
Yeah.
would do that. That's what was her name? She died.
The girl on the escalator?
No.
Dang, everybody
No.
you talk about dies.
Well, she's
Don't
already,
talk about your
she's
Thea.
dead because she was an actress in the 60s. I mean, she's already dead just because she's dead.
She's
Well,
dead.
she died in the 60s because
If
of
she died,
Charlie
she
Manson's
dies.
cult. She killed her.
Oh,
I don't
let's
remember
talk
her
about
name, that
that.
actress. But I was just saying because that's something she would do. Like something Tate. Sharon Tate? No, that's not it.
Sharon Tate, yeah.
Sharon
Is it
Tate, yeah.
Sharon Tate? Yeah.
Shannon
okay.
Tatum.
Well, yeah, she would do
Tate.
that. She would go to her own movies. She would like sit in the audience and just like,
Look at the people.
yeah, we'll watch the reaction. Yeah.
Yeah. But,
Yeah, Sharon Tate.
so
Anyways.
yeah, but before
That all the time.
What?
It's like checking social media.
yeah, well, that was her thing back in the day.
Social media.
I know she did say social
That was
media.
that's her social media back in the day. So yeah, but before we go any
So when
further,
when you-
go ahead, Uncle. It's all about you. Go ahead.
I'm just
ask
just
his
curious.
sons, man.
Yes, sir.
He does this all
When
the
you
time.
when you get your invitation to go to a movie rehearsal, screen, whatever it's called,
Audition?
do you have to like put yourself in the role and then
I mean, not necessarily because I'm just like it depends on what
The
I'm
extra.
doing. Nothing has ever been that serious where I've needed to like take the time. I want it's called method acting, and I would love to attempt it. You know, that's like if you're playing a specific person in like history, and like you gotta just kind of like
that would be
learn
fun.
their traits, their habits, their mannerisms, and just kind of become them.
Yeah.
No, nothing like that.
One of these years.
That's
Nephew,
that's one of these.
One of these
years.
days, yeah, that's what we're shooting for. Speaking of auditions,
Wait a
ladies
minute.
and gentlemen, no, okay, Thea, go ahead. Ladies and gentlemen, I am your host, Big Mod. To my left here, my son, my co-host, Marc, running the board today, the switchboard, and doing his thing. Our executive producer, my nephew Jose, and sitting with us all the way straight from El Paso, Texas.
Yes, sir.
My aunt Rosie and my uncle Bill are in town. And yep, and it's cool that you guys are here. Thank you for being with us. Like I said earlier, I know you guys were with us at the Nest, and it was a very, very cold day, very cold evening.
Extremely.
It was fun though. It was a
It
fun
was.
weekend. And now that you're here this weekend, you are here for our daughter's, my and Sandy's daughter, Ileana, her graduation. And so, yeah, so I'd like to thank you both for being here. And I know Ileana's just ecstatic about it. She's happy that you guys are here.
Well, she told us last year, every day for a week.
For
and a half.
365 days?
Yeah.
Was that when she came and
texted
visited?
us and, yeah.
Yeah, when
So you guys are going to be there, right? You're going to be there. You're going to go, right?
that was impressive of her. She took a solo trip just to go visit you guys. I don't know if I could do that.
My boys would have never done that.
I don't like
Mine
flying. So.
I know. None of you ever came by.
We came
But
by.
we're
I
good.
mean, we
Well,
brought
yeah,
everybody.
with your parents and your siblings.
Wait, so
Your
you didn't
crew.
bring everybody? Your parents brought everybody. You
We
just
still
went
went.
along.
Yeah, right.
If that's how you want to technically do it, yeah. Did you? How did she get down there?
she flew
No. I know. You guys didn't buy your flight, did you?
one time.
Look, all I'm saying, if you're throwing out offers, you're paying them flights, we're talking different stories.
That's
just
exactly why I had no comments.
You're an actor now. You're making the big bucks.
Yeah.
I can make maybe my way there, but I can't get back.
We have plenty of room.
I would rather drive. I enjoy the drive down there.
You're
I
just like your father.
Yeah, I like the 16 hours that it takes.
And your grandpa.
Yeah.
It's not 16 hours anymore, though. I think it's like 14 and a half, maybe 14 hours.
And the 2 stops for gas.
And the two, yeah. No,
And one
man.
accidental detour through the desert. that was god awful.
Yeah.
One time we were driving and we were going down. They said, "All right, let's try this different route for once." It was all hills. So literally, we were going up and down for like
Ooh,
2 hours.
We're passing my way, son.
All right, ready?
Yeah. Oh wait, that felt good.
Yeah.
That felt good. Yeah, but so before we get started in our segments, I like to do some quick shout outs to Top Notch Grooming. They hooked us up with Dallas's haircut. No, it's no longer back.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and also with Cosmic Substance _ Cosmic Substance _ Nicole Armenta, she did our hats, the embroidery on our hats. Also, Dee's Carpet Cleaning. Theo Bill, you actually came down here and thought I put in a new carpet.
Yeah, it looks good.
Thank
Looks
you.
nice.
Yeah, thank you to those guys,
Yeah, we
Daniel
got all-
Mendez and Alex Mendez. for doing this for us.
I know they got all the throw up and poop and all that stuff.
All the weird stains that were down here.
It didn't
Wasn't
ha-
this
yeah,
your
I
bedroom
know.
that one time?
Yeah,
I think that's where the weird stains came from.
I know all those stains were crazy,
Yeah.
and it didn't get any better once we got a dog.
Nope. Dallas didn't have. He'd find a spot to pee, but there was always somebody marked their territory. What the hell were you doing down here?
You know, we didn't help in that illusion because we had a turf down here. This
Ooh,
used
I
to be
thought you were
like
gonna say turd.
Well, there has been. Well, we had turf down here for a while because this used to be like a room where we watched football games and like it was a whole cave thing. But we gave Dallas the illusion and other dogs. Your mom's dogs had pooped on this floor before too, Jose. Just because there's grass down here, he went a lot and
He thought it was real grass. So,
he thought it was real grass. That's on us.
so we ended up putting it outside under the trampoline, and then that's where he pees and
That's
poops.
weird, yeah.
Sometimes I guess he doesn't do that as much. Also, of course, shout out to Stranded in the City. Of course, we started off with them and Bay Boy sandwiches, and there's
Damn,
a
dude.
lot more.
I know.
Yeah, I know. There's a lot more that I need to shout out, but I think I may wait for our 100th episode if we do something special.
Oh, you
Not
wait
sure.
for them. Nice. You wait for them for the 100th episode, but you're tío and tía.
You guys are here today. You guys can come back.
97.
You can come back. Yeah.
Actually, we probably will.
Yeah, so again, thank you so much for being here.
I want to give a shout out.
Please shout it out.
I want to shout out to
State Farm.
Mario
Oh.
and Sandy Garcia.
Oh, thank you.
I am totally and completely proud of what you two have done for your children. You've raised a wonderful family. You've been great moms and dads. Marcos is an example. Cristian's an example. Little Mario, Iliana.
Yeah,
Each of them have graduated from high school.
they've all done good. Yeah.
They've all got good foundations under them, and that's saying something for you two. You've done a hell of a job.
Thank you.
Shout out to y'all.
Where's
you.
that audience?
Oh,
Yeah, and applause. Yeah, and Sandy's sitting in our audience as well. So, big applause to her.
Well, I think
He's
he was waiting for his name to get called. You
Marcos?
never said Marcos.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I
did.
did.
Did he
Yeah.
at the very beginning? Okay, I missed it. I thought he said all the other ones. I was like, oh,
Marcos is like,
yeah.
Oh, is that why you were pointing at Marcos?
I appreciate that. You guys' standard was just to finish high school. That's hard in some communities. I mean, I did that. College is a different matter.
I was lucky to
College is a
finish high
different
school.
matter.
You guys remember my high school graduation?
Yes, sir.
Oh my God, that was
Yeah.
like 30
Yeah.
years ago.
I talked about this in an episode that
85? No,
89.
89. Oh, yeah. 4
I
years
said,
away.
yeah,
from
I don't know if
40
you remember
years.
this, but for a gift that you bought me, you actually bought me 2 gifts that day, which is cool.
that's nice.
You bought me a Patrick Ewing T-shirt, which is really cool. I
She
remember
said
it
that
real
was nice. I
color.
don't remember being that nice.
Yeah, and it was at this. It was the same day, and you bought me the Run DMC, their first album,
Oh, I
their
remember
first
that.
LP.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was so cool. Yeah,
You're welcome.
and thank you so much. And I don't know if you remember this still, but you tried to show me how to drive a stick
Stick?
shift.
Yeah.
You remember that? And we were there in the parking lot.
Yeah.
How'd that go?
I was so frustrated. I couldn't figure it out. I still don't know how to drive a stick. I know.
You gotta hit the clutches, man.
So
for
yeah, so
different-
Theo was, he showed me how, and I remember Theo was like, "All right, let's just go home. Let me drive." I'm like,
Get
"Okay.
out.
We're just going down the hill, but okay, I'll let you drive.
Whose stick shift did you have?
It was Theo.
Mine.
What vehicle was that? Do you remember?
Oh, jeez.
What's
That was
it?
back in the day when you used to drive all the way here.
Chevy pickup, remember?
Uh,
Oh, you drove it all the way up
Yeah.
here?
Yeah.
It was. Yeah, they drove here. And
That's all we could afford.
Well, hold on. Isn't that complicated as heck to drive miles on end in a stick shift? I mean,
No,
depending.
once you're cruising, you're in the same
No.
gear the whole time.
Oh, I guess so.
yeah, I don't know how that works.
Yeah.
But anyway, so
Jesus, I don't know.
let's go through these. Let's go through these topics, nephew. These segments.
Portable between.
Yeah,
we
somehow
changed- we
somebody
fixed
wrote
it.
portable. The portable between New York City and Dublin.
So
I
have
even
you guys
spelled. You know
heard
what?
about this
Did I spell
portal?
Dublin wrong? Yeah, I forgot an I.
Yeah. you
Shit,
did,
I left the
but
I out.
He's
And that's why, nephew. That's why I told you to. Anyway, go ahead, nephew. What's
You
that
forgot
about?
The OU, Dublin.
No, it's DUB.
Oh.
Right?
D-U-B-L-I-N.
Okay.
I think there should be more said that you can read your own mistakes
You
perfectly.
know what?
You know
I
what
just
mean?
I was
Like-
in a hurry because we were waiting for you to come down because you just woke up.
That's
Nephew.
Yes. Anyways,
What was that?
the portal between New York City and Dublin, Ireland. Right?
Yeah. Has anybody heard about this?
Yes.
Okay, I had to do some research, but it's pretty cool.
It's an art installation by a Lithuanian artist that put it there. It's basically a permanent thing for Ireland, and New York is just the first stop for it. But it's like a live stream web camera from this spot in Dublin and this spot in New York. And it's supposed to be just like a window into the other life.
Well, I mean, if we're being, I don't know how. I mean, Dublin is the most major city in Ireland, if I'm not correct.
It's probably the capital.
Yeah, is it? I don't know. I don't know Ireland. I don't know.
Good job, son.
Anyways, I'm just saying that in terms of like industrialization and like they don't like it's pretty expensive. The places they're probably going to see because they'll never have certain stuff like that. So just you saying that's going to start being like all over the world, maybe.
Yeah,
that's going to be pretty crazy for them, especially like.
Well, the next stops are planned to be Poland, Brazil, and then Lithuania. So they're going to take it out of New York at some point.
Oh.
So
it's not going to be like a permanent thing.
Oh, I
for
thought
New
So it's
York.
permanent for
them.
Dublin, and then it's
Oh,
gonna
so
move around
Dublin's
other
like
places.
the host city.
That's where the artist made it for. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's like watching reality TV around the world.
That is some Marvel shit, right? Isn't it like Doctor Strange type of
He
stuff?
means like a portal. He
Just a
means-
web camera.
yeah, it's a web camera. It's a web camera
So-
done up very fancy.
It's strange to us,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I mean, it's
And-
new. It's the
yeah.
first time for sure.
but
But
I think it's really cool. It's like a giant FaceTime,
yeah.
Well,
right? But from country to country.
A lot of tourists have been checking it out,
Which has been
it
cool.
Started off incredibly friendly.
It's gone
A lot of waving
so
and a
messed
lot
up.
of like spectacle as just people walk through Times Square. And
Yeah.
then there was one good fun story of people playing rock paper scissors. with
Oh, I
people
saw
in
that,
Ireland.
yes.
That was pretty
Ain't that
funny.
pretty cool?
The,
Play
is that
drop,
a
paper,
scissors?
is that a
That would
re-
be
do they make that
cool.
a record probably like
I don't know if they
that should be a record the farthest game of
possibly a
yeah.
Guinness World Record or something.
Yeah, but it
Um,
turned real dark.
Then
real
Dublin,
quick.
somebody on the Dublin side pulled up pictures of 9/11.
9/11.
They turned it
Uh-oh.
real dark to go
Right.
from there. From there, a New Yorker went up there and mooned Dublin too. So he just showed his bare ass to everybody on the other side.
I believe I heard that a porn star also flashed.
No, she wasn't a porn star.
Just some woman
She was a.
She's trying to do the internet. That's what she's trying to do.
trying to get famous
What's
through
what's
internet.
the thing that
The TikToker?
no
People that walk around.
no
Cancer?
no
Exotic cancer?
where you do videos for people to watch and they pay you.
OnlyFans.
Yep.
Well, okay, so
Yeah, she was an OnlyFans,
she was a whore.
and she was proud. No, she wanted to show her puppies, is what she did, right?
So she flashed everybody.
So she
on
flashed
the other
everybody.
Side.
she
Yeah.
flashed
Were they
Gordon. then.
golden doodles?
Oh my God.
Yeah, we could call them that. They were
Can
golden
you
to her.
mute him, please?
Oh, man.
So after she flashed them, it got shut down for about 12 hours. They opened it back up, but I think they're shortening the amount of time it stays in New York.
That's messed up. They should have brought it here. Yeah, you could have done it here. That
For
would
what
be
it's
cool
worth, I'm amazed. Like
But-
that's the least of like the issue. If anything,
So I
it's
saw-
Dublin who's the one who really,
I know. There-
is
there
the
was a
worst
guy-
one. We're just showing nudity. They're
there was-
showing.
There was a
But
guy
it's
in
like
Dublin.
unasked for nudity.
There was a guy in Dublin shooting. Snorting coke.
He snorted a substance. They don't know
It
what
was-
it was.
What?
But it
It
was
was
a powdery substance.
Yeah.
Don't put that label on him. No.
He did that, and then the girl, and there was somebody that was twerking.
Do they have drugs?
There was
in Ireland?
somebody from New York was twerking on there. She jumped on there and
What's
started
the
twerking.
gang equivalency of Ireland? A mob? Or just another? Just
Do
an
they
Irish
twerk
mob?
in Ireland?
Yeah. What's it called? What's twerking in Ireland?
I'm trying to think of a joke. I can't think of
Guys, in the early 90s, they created the
Nobody
internet.
has anything.
They created the internet so that
Yeah.
everybody can interact and get the same stuff around the world. Yeah, so it's probably going to get shut down pretty soon here.
I know.
The big conversation was, people are like, oh, it's just a lady flashing, but what if that was a dude up there just whipping his dick out?
Yeah, so like obviously the reverse.
It would be a very
Yeah.
I know.
different
Yeah, it
conversation.
could. So I mean, so now
So
I'm
you
sure
gotta
there's.
hold it to the same.
I'm sure
place.
there's probably security there now, right?
Was it a
think there
big
is.
dick or a little dick?
That was the what if. We don't have a size.
I told you to
If it was
mute him.
Ireland, it'd be small.
To answer that question, you were wrong too.
Yeah.
Both of them.
But do you think Kansas City would be a good host city for that?
No.
I think so.
No.
No. Too much.
I could see someone here trying to spray paint it or like damage it. I could see definitely. I'm surprised that didn't happen. I'm surprised more damages
I
didn't
don't know.
acquire.
I was gonna say New York's also
Also,
a way
crime
bigger
ridden.
city.
Yeah, I know. But again, I'm just amazed more damage was not occurred.
Maybe they could bring it here, put it here, and we can do a live podcast for Dublin. That'd be dope.
Can you do an Irish accent?
No.
Okay, well then.
Is that like a Lucky Charms?
Is that you? Or, yeah, no.
Is it that? That's not Irish. That's Scotland,
I
right?
think Conor McGregor.
No, I can't do it.
Oh, okay.
You didn't watch Roadhouse?
Yeah, I know.
Roadhouse is a good movie.
Dalton.
Have you seen Roadhouse? The new Roadhouse?
We just.
What'd you
watched
think? It was good or bad?
Patrick Swayze was better.
Well, yeah, of course.
Well, yeah, but it was funny. He was funny.
Patrick.
Conor McGregor?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. He was.
Yeah,
he
his
was
character was
he
pretty
was
good, I
himself, but like a little turned up.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
he was.
He loves to walk around butt naked.
He does.
Hey, that was okay. But even though he was a man, what's the difference, Jose? You said if a woman versus a man doing it.
I think the conversation is that their sexual anatomy, Mark.
Yeah.
If Conor McGregor
I
walked
know.
up to that in New York naked, I don't think
So
anybody would have a problem.
I don't know if this is real, but I did see a video of somebody interviewing somebody, and they asked this guy, he had luggage with him, and they asked him where he was going, and he's like, "Didn't you guys see that there's a portal here? I want to make a trip." And so supposedly he, really, there's a video out there.
Now you did a voice. Was this guy a minority of some sort?
I did a voice.
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did. You're like, I want to go through the portal. Like,
No, he wasn't. He wanted to go through the portal.
Yeah, you did. You put a voice to it.
Anyway, I think that's cool. But yeah, I guess this guy, I think he thought that he could jump right through it and end up in Dublin,
Like a time machine.
Dublin, Missouri.
If he did that, must have been dreaming.
I think there is a
Yeah.
Dublin, Missouri.
Yeah, he might have been dreaming.
Funny.
Yeah. Anyway,
I thought it was a pretty cool thing. Like we said, it's the first time anybody's seeing something like that, so it's just trying something different and seeing what the outcome is. Yeah, it might be terrible. It might be great. We'll see.
yeah, I think it was
Call
cool.
them an artist?
Yeah.
Art is so subjective these days.
Yeah, so an artist is because of the way he built this machine, this time machine.
I mean, there's things like live art, like where they're just staging things or staging rooms and stuff.
So live art is like somebody paints himself silver and stands on a box.
Those guys are real artists. Those
Okay,
guys
that's what I'm
are.
asking.
Yeah.
You call them artists?
Yeah.
Well, it's just like
You seen the ones of the guys who are able to just like float there? Like, how do they do it? They're
Yeah.
just floating there.
they're just sitting on their ass in the air. It's dope.
Do you guys remember?
Remember what?
Dan Thiel,
Remember what?
what do you guys
Yeah.
remember?
I don't remember a whole hell of a lot.
Because were we in
Do you remember the time?
California?
They're street.
When we fell in love, do you remember the time? Sorry.
We went walking where, Mia?
Didn't we go in California and we were all there and then the people jumping out of the bushes?
People were jumping out of a bush in California. I don't.
I don't remember that either.
What are you talking about?
Were we there with you?
Were you high?
Dreaming?
I want to get high.
We're there.
Da, 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 da,
I remember
da.
when you offended all those Asian people.
Fan.
It was
Really?
it was the most hilarious circumstantial context of words
Who
ever.
was there with us? Were you guys not there?
Yeah. So
I
for
can't
Jose, for
remember.
clarification, because you're rubbing your face like this is a bad story, you got to hear the outcome. You got to hear the full story and setup. What had happened was we're walking through Hollywood Walk of Fame,
Walk of Fame.
right?
Did we go
The
together?
stars on the.
And
No, we
because
didn't go to
my
the Walk of
yeah
Fame.
yeah the
You
Hollywood
guys
Walk of
didn't
Fame.
go with us that day?
No.
I don't think we did.
We were there for the studio. We went to the
Yes.
studio.
The animation.
And then
all
we
of that
went
stuff.
to
we went to Cartoon Network. Shout out Bob
Yeah.
Serta.
Well, we're there, Jose, and my mom is so terrible when it comes to like naming characters and people.
Put her
and
foot in her
actors.
mouth, you mean?
Yeah. Well, whatever it is, but she just could not, for the life of her, remember the name of this. We're walking through, and she goes, "Hey, look, let's take a picture right there." And she goes, with them, the cartoon." And she goes, "The yellow people." And this Asian family walking by.
No, the Asian people were actually standing
Oh.
right there. We were all
they
looking
might-
at the star. It was a Simpson star, and Sandy said, "Yeah, come over here, look at the yellow people." And we're like, and apparently they,
So it was The Simpsons? Is that what you're getting at?
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, it was the Simpsons.
Because she.
You guys knew them as the yellow people because
Yeah.
you watched it on TV.
I
And
could
that's
We knew them as the
Imagine
Simpsons.
what you did, and that's what you were
So we all like we all walked away.
Everybody
and
knows The
Sandy just
Simpsons.
stood there like, what did I say? What happened?
Yeah.
What just happened?
So what the agent
With their shoe
say?
in her mouth.
They try to use their karate.
You know
on
what
us.
they said? This is what they said.
So this is so wrong. You're gonna be cut out. You're just gonna be,
All right, we'll cut that.
They said,
We'll cut that part.
You're
looked
done.
at Sam and said,
Every time they walk into the room,
They did that in 16 Candles. That was hilarious. And that was the 80s too, so they could get away with it.
they do it, and It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Oh my god,
Oh, yeah, that's right. You guys watch that? That's pretty good. That's funny stuff.
oh my god.
Anyway. So,
speaking of dreams.
yeah, speaking of dreams, Dreamweavers here. So I have a list. I have a list of different types of dreams. I want to know if we've all had these kind of dreams. There's actually one on here that is not that I have, and it's not on here, but we'll get to that. Like, do you guys ever have dreams about your house?
In the middle of the street.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Yes. Like a lot of the dreams that I have though are my old house on 15th Street. You know, of course, a lot of memories there. So I swear, I think after my dad passed in 2017, all my dreams that I have are in that house. No matter what, they're there in that house or in the driveway, the backyard, downstairs.
It's kind of wild.
Period, in the house. What about you guys? You guys ever have dreams like Jose when you guys used to live in
Not house specific.
no?
Mm-mm. I don't even know if they're usually in houses.
Yeah, mine are very all over the place. Whatever I might have been doing that
I
day
feel
is
like
usually
maybe
one.
a school.
Okay.
Outside, stuff like that. But I don't know that like houses.
A school's
ever
a
usually,
school.
you know.
What about you, Theo?
I have
like the house where you grew up in, or
not where I grew up. The first house that Thea and I owned. I've had various dreams about us living within the home, knowing damn good and well that we didn't live there anymore. And I have a dream
Okay.
that we're there, we're cooking, we're living, we're spending time in the bedrooms, we're using the washer and the dryer, and I'm looking out the damn window. When are these people gonna get home? Because we don't live there anymore.
oh wow,
And that's,
that's
it. I wake up and I'm like, what in the world are you dreaming?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Is that when he asked you, Dad, what pills did I take last night?
yeah.
Which one?
That's when
The
he realizes
gummies.
that.
Yeah.
What pills did you give me last night?
Oh, yeah. Let's see. We lit one up. Yeah, that one. Yeah, you ever have dreams about like the old house on Hacienda?
I really don't.
Really?
No. I mean, I had one like after my dad passed away.
Okay.
I had a dream of him playing like hide and seek with me,
Yeah.
but he would go into one room and I'm like, Daddy, are you there? And he'd be like, hi, mija. And then he'd go and he'd run and he'd hide.
Yeah.
It was just a weird dream, but it was at the Hacienda house. But that's it. I really don't.
Do you ever dream in Spanish?
No.
No. Okay.
Did you know
That's
that?
a good question.
Except when I dream about my mama, and yeah, she used to speak very well Spanish, especially the bad words, which is what.
And I like this,
which
and,
is what
and, and I'm curious about that, especially because there have been times where I've dreamed in Spanish, like in the context of like someone is talking to me in Spanish, and even in the dream I go, I'm sorry, I don't know Spanish.
Oh,
but
jeez.
the kicker is I knew they were speaking Spanish. I don't know what they said. Am I either imagining complete gibberish in Spanish, or do you incoherently know Spanish? Like you retain a lot of things in your brain, and there's some stuff you can retain a lot into your memory. It's just expelling is a totally different, event. I'm just saying, like.
Well, I was going to give you the exact opposite.
Oh?
They say when you're learning new languages that you're not completely fluent in the other language until you have dreams that are completely in that, or that you can have dreams that are completely in that language.
I was dreaming it was Spanish,
And then you say I don't speak Spanish, so I don't think that counts.
Yeah, how does that work, son?
But incoherently, in my mind, the Spanish is there, like all that. Like you retain so much over your
How
years.
do you know their actual words?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I knew it was Spanish. Like I remember so specifically that it was Spanish, but I don't remember. It could have been a very simple phrase, like one of those phrases they teach in class, like you
Eso
just
sí que es.
yeah, no,
Yo quiero Taco
Your
Bell.
subconscious
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
knowing Spanish.
No Nintendo.
What about Nintendo? That's
No,
Japanese.
No Nintendo.
Speaking of
Nintendo.
Japanese,
I'm just gonna set you every time.
that's not Japanese.
But
Anyway.
you've been surrounded by Spanish. I mean, your grandma, your grandpa, your great grandma, your great grandpa, they all spoke Spanish.
And you
was-
know what's funny? And
that
I
was
tell
their number one. Their number
yeah,
one
I know.
language.
Number one
And you know
language,
what's funny? I tell my dad, I go, Dad, you know, when thinking of Grandpa and like, you know, remembering him, I go, I don't think I ever had a real conversation with him ever. Like, I can't remember an actual because he would always speak Spanish, and we got through with grunts and head nods. You know what I mean?
He would look at you and say, "What did I say?"
It just worked out apparently. I mean,
Now I'm gonna have to pray for him. Every
well,
time I remember your grandpa,
yeah.
I say prayer for him.
Is it
Thank
what,
you, Theo.
what else you got in dreams? Dan?
How about let's say being chased? Like, is that a dream or is that a nightmare?
I'd say it's probably more of a nightmare.
More of a nightmare if you
I
do
don't know
being
that I've
chased.
ever had that.
But I don't know. I mean, okay. How about this? Falling.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
you're falling in your dream, or
And then you like react, your body
yeah, it
throws
tenses
over,
up.
jumps up. And, oh yeah,
It's called a kick.
Yeah.
That's how you know you've left Inception.
So you know that people that
moving layers. Inception's just the bottom layer. Mark.
people.
well, that's where the idea happens. Yeah, but you got to get the kick to keep getting out of the layers. Inception.
Yeah, but falling. It's something in your life isn't going well. That's what that means. Something
Life.
like yeah.
What?
if-
What?
Yeah,
Where'd you
if-
get these
Yeah, hold on,
definitions
wait.
from?
What psychiatrist did you steal these from?
yeah, don't worry about my
It's Freudian.
my knowledge. Yeah. You got to take the time to rethink choices. Is what it is.
What
'Cause if you don't-
astrology buff did you get these from? 'Cause I don't think
Anyway.
somebody-
Floating.
So, yeah,
what
you go
about
to the next one.
floating? Flying.
Flying is another one. Yep.
Me and Chris had this conversation actually last week.
You know, it's actually flying is actually a desire to flee or escape the realities of life.
What about I still get like
Okay, so we go
I'm in
back.
high school and I got homework due tomorrow. And I'm like, oh fuck, I haven't done it yet.
know
Like
what?
just like needing to get something done, but it's always high school and like a test or something the next day. I don't know why.
Testing.
I've dreamed that, but I've dreamed that I'm going to class and I can't find my classroom.
yeah.
And
mhm.
I just
And for
go
some reason, the
go
high
and
school
go,
keeps
and
getting
there's
bigger.
Yes,
Yeah.
and you can't find the freaking room, and yeah, you miss the whole freaking day, and then there you go again the next day, and it's the same thing.
Yeah.
That's
Okay,
frustrating.
okay.
That's
What
really weird.
have you ever had a dream where you try to go back into the same dream?
I have.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You have done that. It's
It's Inception.
it's crazy. Is that what it is?
No, that's
It's
not what
crazy.
it's just dream layering. Just
Yeah.
I've done that before where I've been like woken up and
Yeah.
I go, you know what, I like that dream. Let me try and
Try to go back
Get
to
back
sleep
into
and
it.
get back into it.
Nah, have you ever done this? Have you ever driven in a dream?
I dreamt that I ran out of beer.
That's a nightmare. Have you ever dream driven, Dad? Drove in your dreams?
I can't say that I have.
Well, me and Chris have had this conversation before, is because every time I try to drive and dream, I crash. I can't drive. I can't dream. I can't drive while I dream.
You can't dream and drive.
Nope. Literally, I cannot
That's
do
how you
it
dream. Get it,
because
Zay?
He's not a good driver in real life.
Whoa.
That's probably why.
no. What it is my subconscious and my conscious are trying to become one while this is happening. It only happens when I'm driving.
What astrology Instagram account did you find that from?
And
I'm gonna
I
do
say
the
that
same thing
literally.
to that.
It's almost
Thank you,
like
sir.
sleep paralysis in a way that I like to describe it, because I know this because when I'm dreaming and I'm driving, every time I'm driving, it's like I'm looking through like my eyes closed because my physical body wants to like open my actual eyes. Like that's what I'm.
So
like,
if you close
Like
your
an out-of-body
eyes,
experience,
yeah,
that's it.
so
Yeah.
kind of.
if you're in a dream and
and
you,
I always crash. I've
If
never
you-
once successfully driven.
hi Chris.
Oh, hello, Chris.
If you close your eyes while you're dreaming, can you see your dream? In your
To
No?
go a second layer deep.
I don't know.
I know that was weird.
Actually, I don't know if you guys have this, but I have this. I'm very
What's that?
self-conscious in my dreams, especially when it comes to nightmares. Like when something like a nightmare in my dream is like, I'm seeing all the signs like, oh, this is definitely a nightmare. In my mind, I go, all right, let's get this over with. I know this is a nightmare. Let's just get through this.
Okay,
I'm-
you know what?
It's weird. It's one of the few things. Like
Yeah.
I know when something's wrong in a dream. I know I'm dreaming. Let's just get
You know
this
what
over
I've
with.
dreamt? it's really freaky is I've actually dreamt me going out of my body.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, like an out of body.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm up here and I'm looking at myself asleep. And then in the
So
old-
there's 3 of you.
and we're in the old house, like what
There's a
Theo
third
was
one.
saying. I know. He's
Yeah, just keep moving.
Take
No,
that-
She's
take
got
that
it.
mirror
Just keep
away.
moving.
Looking at yourself laying there, but at the same time, you see yourself floating. So there's 1, 2, 3.
Oh, you mean the outer?
That's crazy. Yes.
Oh, the outer.
See? Yes. I mean,
you're in third
Wait,
person.
wait, and then
yeah.
You're in
literally.
fourth person.
Hi, Chris.
actually.
Welcome
Oh.
to the show.
and so we're in the old house, and we used to have a huge window in the top bedroom, and I literally would fly out that window.
Sorry. Sorry, no, we're good.
Stop! It's getting scary now.
It's getting very scary. That's freaky.
I dreamt that.
Was that in the 70s when you used to? Yeah, it wasn't a
Did
dream.
I tell
yeah.
you not to talk about
Oh,
that?
I'm sorry,
I
yeah,
told
we
you
can't.
Do not say anything
Scratch
about the
that.
70s.
Sorry. You're right. I forgot about that. But earlier, Mark, you said about taking a test.
I didn't say
No, I
that.
said
That was
that.
Jose.
Oh, Jose, you said taking a test. You know what that is? It's a fear of failing a test. You're feeling unprepared for the challenges of a waking life.
I don't think that tracks. Because again, I don't take tests, and
Right.
Well,
No?
it doesn't have to be a
So you
red
don't take
test.
tests, but you were afraid to take a test in a dream.
it's not. No. I think afraid's not the right word.
What's
it's
the
just
word?
Like, oh shit! I haven't done this.
You
yet.
didn't
Like,
take the-
yeah,
oh,
like,
I
didn't
see what you're
prep
saying.
For this, I didn't know what was happening, and now I got to go do it. I never
Okay.
ever make it to the test, but
But
just
the-
like
the-
that before of like, oh damn it.
That's it. How about where was it? Dogs and cats. Do you ever like dream about cats or dogs that I guess have passed or present? Like I have
Like a
I have dreams
Chihuahua?
about Dallas. Oh yeah. Speaking of Chihuahua, my Aunt Theo brought me a nice Chihuahua hat. It's dope, ain't it?
I thought it was new.
Yeah, it is a new hat. That's good. But anyway, so like I have dreams about Dallas quite a bit, and especially after his little incident he had, kind of freaked me out. I had a dream about him, but it's weird though. Once in a while, I'll be yelling at him, of course, like always. Like, stop! Shut up! What are you barking at? Sit down.
And because you guys
But-
leave your door open, and sometimes he comes in there, like one day you'll wake up and you'll just look over and he's just sitting there. You called him in your dream. He felt it.
I know, right?
He dreams
Something-
too, man.
Oh yeah, he does.
He's
So
over there
just
like
whimpering.
running. He's running. Yeah, he whimpers, man. It makes me wonder if he dreams sad because he whimpers a lot when he sleeps.
How do you know whimpering is a sad thing for dogs?
I think it is.
I think it is,
It
too.
feels like it's a sad thing. I think we can tell. I think
They only have what
their
10 sounds maybe total. Like
their emotions.
I don't know that you throw it just to one.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. It's either whimpering or silence. It's usually how you can tell when a dog is sad, I think.
I don't know.
Yeah. Another one. What about? This is gonna be weird to talk about, but pooping. Is there every time I have dreams like this all the time, pooping in public places or just I can't do it. I just can't.
No.
No, I'm the only one.
I think those are insecurities.
No.
Insecurity. You think that's what it is?
Something.
I don't know. It's just weird. It's a weird
Family
thing.
Guy did that joke and it was so funny.
What?
I said Family Guy had done that joke and it was so funny. 'Cause
What about pooping in?
Yeah, because they did something with Freddy Krueger in the dream. They they did something to one of the guys, and he wakes up.
Uh-huh.
He goes, "Oh my god, if you poop in your dreams, you poop for real." That was so funny the first time I saw it.
That is funny. But yeah, I have dreams like that all the time. What about losing your teeth?
All right, now you're going some new extreme stuff, man. You're telling me there's a psychological reason that if you dream you're losing your teeth?
What's it say?
Yeah, actually, you're actually worried about your attractiveness or your appearance.
I don't believe any of these that he's telling me. I don't believe any of these.
You guys
Cite
think
your
you
sources.
think I wrote?
Cite
you
your
think
sources.
Cite your source,
No,
man.
I'm not. I'm going to keep these to myself then.
Don't just type
I'll
in
just
your
put it
phone,
out
hey,
there."
what do dreams mean?
I found these. Okay, you know what? We'll talk about it later. That's what it says right here. Or if you're saying something embarrassing. Yeah. So I don't know. Whatever. It is what it is. How about past relationships?
Sure, that's just regret. Literally, yeah. I mean, that's in your head. You're thinking just some kind of regret. I mean,
Yeah.
sure. You replay it in your head. You're like, oh man, only if it could have been.
So tell me about these.
Tell us about.
Yeah, where's your wife over there?
I know. I don't have these dreams.
No, Mark, tell us about the last girl that you regret.
Dude, I have those before. Yeah, of course. I'll be sitting like, damn.
No, we said about the last one, not those.
Oh.
About the last one. Come on, give us some context.
I don't have any about the last one. I mean, because I didn't.
Your last dream
My last dream?
about a girl that you regret.
Oh, it's
We
always.
want names, Mark.
Oh, you're trying to psychoanalyze me right there? No.
Okay. And all right, before we end this topic, how about just dreams of loved ones that have passed? You have quite a bit of those. Like I said, my dad pops at least twice a week.
Really?
Yeah,
That often?
with me. Yeah, and I've told this to people before that my dad does not talk to me in the dreams though. He'll
Really?
laugh or he'll smile at me, but he will not talk to me. He won't say anything. And it's crazy. It's just trying to talk to him, and he won't, just laugh at me or smile. Man, I don't know. Anybody else? Nothing?
Well, I mean, sure. Jose, did you ever have any memories or dreams in this instance of little Leo? I think most of us during that incident. All had
Yeah,
some
with
kind of-
Leo, since he's passed, maybe twice I have.
I had one during the time, like early on. I remember it so vividly too. It was very strange.
I might have had like one, but yeah, not too much.
Not too many.
You don't remember it though? You just remember like you might have had one.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine was strange. Mine was like one of those like different dimensions.
Oh, well, tell us about it.
Okay, sure.
Another dimension.
It was one of those situations where like you were all together and he was there and we're talking to him and I just remember like apologizing. I'm like, I'm so sorry what happened to you. But he looked at me so confused. He's like, what are you talking about? Like he didn't know what was happening. Like just one of those like different lives. Like you know how movies like to do it when they just talk about like you could enter like a different reality when you're dreaming or a different just like whatever in your mindscape and this and that. That's how it felt to me. I was like, man, I was in a different. I want to say I'll go with the word timeline, like a different circumstances happened and like nothing had happened, but that me knew something that didn't happen in this world, and that was a weird one because I woke up like, oh, it gave me a headache because like man, that gave me such a headache.
Man, that would give me a headache too. So before we get out of this, can you guys name some songs with the word dream in them?
Sure.
How about
Fleetwood Mac.
Dream On.
by?
You said name some songs.
Yeah.
Not some artists.
I don't know. I just asked the artist. Do you know?
That Aerosmith.
Yeah. Anyway, any other songs?
Yeah.
Can you think of some songs with the word dream in it?
Not off the top of my head, I had too
No.
many beers.
Too many bears and not enough hair.
There you go.
How about Dream On? What'd you say? No.
Yeah, Dream On.
Dream On.
Yeah.
Okay, that was by Aerosmith. I'm thinking of Dream Lover. Who did that? Wasn't it like Dion? Dion do a song? Yeah. See, I'm gonna have to play that song for you. And earlier we talked, of course, "Dreaming of You" by Selena. Which, real quick, I want to say, A.B. Quintanilla, I do have your back. You and I, we talked a little bit, and I thought it was cool to actually able to talk to you. It was almost like
no one's gonna
I know
believe
no
you.
one's going to believe me. I don't care, but yes, I did have a conversation, probably about a good 45 minutes with Abraham with that A.B. Quintanilla, and it was awesome. And I'm here for you, buddy. Just let me know if there's anything I can do, help you out.
What'd you guys talk about?
I'm not going to talk about that
He's
right now.
talking about a dream again.
Yeah, okay, we're back to
I
our
told you
dreams.
they're not gonna believe
Did you
you,
know
man.
he's
Dreams,
met DMC?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
was there
I
too.
actually met DMC. Yeah. But anyways, yep. Zay, how about Dreaming of Me by Sir? Or is it SIR?
Yeah.
No.
She's newer. I don't know, sir.
Oh, okay, sir. Sorry about that. Sweet Dreams by Beyonce. Teenage Dream, Katy Perry. Dream Lover.
Eurythmics.
Yes.
Eurythmics. Yeah.
Sweet dreams.
Exactly. Yep. Yep. Dreams by The Game.
Oh, that's a good one.
Thank you. Thank you,
Yeah,
nephew.
yeah.
Appreciate it. A Dream by DeBarge, which everybody sampled that. I'd have to play that song for you. That's another song that a lot of people sampled. How about $1 and a Dream? Is it 2 or 3? I don't know. By J. Cole.
Oh, yeah, not one of his best.
Yeah, right. A Head Full of Dreams by Coldplay.
Coldplay, yeah.
Yep. Dreams and Nightmares. Meek Mill.
No.
Yeah. Anyway,
Interesting.
there's a lot of them out there. Dream Lover. I think that was Dion. Anyway, so nephew.
Speaking of animals,
Speaking of animals, yeah, explain to me how this works.
All those rappers are animals.
have you guys seen?
Who?
Have you guys heard about all of the fuss that's going on again with good old GameStop?
Yeah, their stock market rose again.
Did you guys
did
see
it
some
rise
of that?
or did it
It went up.
fall?
So it went
today?
up. What was happening was one of the guys that was instrumental in the original one that happened 3 years ago, he made a shit ton of money. Are you guys familiar with how all that happened? And like what
Oh,
happened?
official now.
Ooh.
So basically,
me.
So
coming.
should I get on there right now and buy some stock?
You're a little bit late,
Yeah,
and
the-
Robin Hood's kind of throttling it right now. But,
Late to the game.
so what happened was coming out of COVID, there were a lot of people or a lot of stores that were realizing that it was costing too much money to keep their brick and mortar open.
Right.
And there were just not as many people going into the physical stores. And so a lot of people saw that they didn't have faith in GameStop as a physical store. And so they were shorting it. So basically they were making bets that their stock was going to keep dropping in price.
Uh-huh.
But this guy, RoaringKitty, or his Reddit name is Deep Fucking Value.
Nice language.
But he looked at it and he thought a little bit different. He thought maybe they just... his assumption was they overexpanded on physical stores, but their sales and their margins were still maintaining. So he's like, no, if they're closing down locations,
Right.
they're just cutting down on costs. So he took it different and he started putting money into them. He was running a Twitch and a YouTube at the time. At the time, he had maybe a couple hundred people watching him, but he was one of the driving forces and like, no, let's keep this thing going. Let's send this stock to the moon. And they were the ones that took it from, I think it was in the teens of dollars, all the way up to over $100 at one point. When he got out as the main driver of it, he got out of there with $48 million.
Oh my God.
And his initial investment was $53,000.
Really?
That's still
So-
so much. I mean, yeah.
Son
I
of a
mean,
bitch.
We don't know the exact of what he cashed out at. That was
Right.
at its peak, what he got from it. But after that happened, there was a day he said, you know what, guys, I'm cashing out. I'm getting out of here. It was a fun ride, but we did what we could. And he disappeared for 3 years.
and he came back.
And then he came back a couple
He
days
came back
ago,
from the dead.
and he just posted a meme. It's a meme of
I
a guy
saw-
sitting
yeah.
in a chair, and then he leans forward like he's ready.
Yeah.
You know, like he's just attentive. That's what he put. And it sent people right over to GameStop again, just boosting it up.
No way.
So
I
it had
got-
been
You heard
sitting
about
at
this,
like
yeah?
$15 or $16, and I think right now it's up at 40.
Yeah.
Like
So they're still-
it's still moving.
Man.
He hasn't said any actual words. He's only been posting memes on his Twitter, but people are moving because of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The big story with it is that they were really trying to show that they call us commercial investors because people spend just like small amounts of money out of their debit card or bank account. They're not moving thousands of dollars in big quantities through investment firms. So commercial or retail investors are, when they come together to make a collective, they can drive the market wherever they want to move the market.
I know, to have that kind of influence that like you're not even like promoting anything. You're just saying, hey, it's just let's
just
make it. Let's
Let's make it happen.
So did you say
let's
you
get it
already got in
done.
on it?
What I do is I have a company that will I put certain stocks in there
Mm-hmm.
and watch them. And so I saw GameStop when it started rising, and I'm like, oh, I need to buy this. And I didn't freaking buy
Damn it, Thea!
I didn't buy. And then today I saw that it was rising again, and I'm like, okay, no, I missed it.
Yeah.
I
Well,
missed
so
when it was
Loser.
like down here.
Loser.
not,
Sorry, Thea.
it's not over just
Dang
yet
it!
because again, he hasn't said any words. He hasn't like made any direction.
You know, I did that with Amazon.
Yeah, yeah.
I got into Amazon right at
when-
the right time.
Yeah.
And now my son,
I shouldn't buy it while it's low.
What? Yes, talking.
It's at a dip. Do what you want to do. I'm not going to tell you how to invest your money. Do what you want to do.
it's a risk. It really is. When I bought Amazon, it was pretty low, so I got a really good buy at it. Well, my son Billy is working for Amazon now, and part of his
Insider information.
oh,
No, go
sorry.
ahead.
Part of his well, I don't even know if I can say this now, but part of the package that they gave him.
Oh,
They
is it
give
he
him
gets
stock, yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay,
Compensation,
that's
yeah.
not okay. No, you're all good. You're good on that.
So I'm like, am I saying something?
No,
snap.
But yeah, so it's Amazon's doing really well. So that was a good thing I did.
What's the
But-
word on State Farm, too? Wait, can you put stock in insurance companies?
Yeah. They might be publicly traded.
Yeah, you can.
State Farm is a customer-owned company. We pay dividends to the customers directly.
So not the actual stock market.
No.
What I was going to say, though, is what we can see at our level of that sort of stuff, like she said, small amounts of money,
Yeah.
going up a third, maybe 50%, that sort of thing. I was able to hop back in this. So I saw him tweet, and I was like, fuck, something's going to happen. But I waited until the next day. I ended up getting in there at $22. I had like $50 in my Robinhood account. I threw it in there. The next morning, it was up to $75 a share, and I was like, God damn it, what am I going to do here? I waited. It dropped down to about $40 a share. And so once it doubled, I was like, Kaylee, I'm just going to pull it now, call it a win, and buy myself something stupid with it. Because like I was never supposed to have this money to begin with.
Yeah.
Just do something with it. And so now I bought myself a watch. It'll be here in about 5 to 7 business days.
Look
and
at you.
Thanks to GameStop. But it's a fun little story, though, that you can see of just, again, the way that small investors and group mindsets can move big things that used to be just investment bankers and stockbrokers and Wall Street.
I say that's a win for the little guy, because the fact that like this I don't want to call him a nobody because he has $54 million now, but it's just someone of a smaller value who's not a big conglomerate and was able to like change the tide of like the stock.
Like influencers.
Influence have power. They do.
And that's what it
They've
sounds
got
like.
the
I
power.
mean, he wasn't.
All he did was show a picture, and he's.
Well, he has the influence now. He didn't then the first time. He was just he was a dude on his computer who just was able to read stock markets pretty well.
I think the other difference is he's relatively educated. Like he's got a couple degrees. But
Yeah, you can't just.
he's not guessing blindly and telling people to put their money in something because it's
What's his name? I need to
meme.
follow him.
What are you following him?
Fucker, what is it?
Easy.
On? What?
That's not his name. RoaringKitty.
That's his Twitter name. Yeah.
What was his other one?
His Reddit name is Deep Fucking Value.
Yeah, go ahead, type that in.
There you go.
Hey man, the internet's a wild place.
It is. They're sending
Yep.
9/11 pics to New York.
I know.
But what I'm trying
But
to tell you
naked.
is you're going to see some stuff about it because they're still moving up and down. Who knows what the peak ends up being? I know this time places like Robinhood
You guys on
are
her phone looking
already
it up?
they're throttling it because sometimes when people dump too much money into there, they've got to be able to back that money on their end. And if they don't have things figured out, they'll limit buying or selling small different times so that they're not overloaded. So they can kind of control it so it doesn't go crazy, but I just bought myself a watch off of it. So if you want to do a little bit of investing, do some research, get educated prior, but
Yeah.
things are about to get moving.
Yeah. Speaking of
Interesting.
yeah.
I know,
Speaking
they're
of
both-
moving, we are the Big
they're both-
Modcast. We are the we are the Big Modcast. Yes, we are. That's very interesting stuff, nephew. I would never ever have found that or heard about it or. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Have you seen
Luckily,
any
we
stuff
have
about the
young
last one?
ones, 'cause that's the only way.
Say what?
Luckily, we have.
Luckily, we have.
I know, right? Yeah.
They've got some.
I'm
pretty
still
decent,
looking for a blockbuster.
They got some pretty decent documentaries about all that stuff that happened. Yeah, they're on like Netflix and whatnot. So
Man, I don't know if I could sit there, do that.
It sounds like we're past that.
I know. Here, let's deal. Bill fell asleep. Deal. Oh, I thought
he's
you-
been attentive. What do you mean? I'm looking.
Oh,
at
I'm
him.
sorry. Okay, wait. Yeah. Let's move on. Before you fall asleep, Anybody here? Theo, what is your most memorable concert in your lifetime? What'd you say?
Oh, that's what that means. I thought they said most men concerts.
I did too.
I'm like, Backstreet Boys.
Okay, damn it, Theo, I
NSYNC?
can't spell shit.
Well, you
That's
you,
MEM, not MEN.
Yeah, for those who can't see on our board of like our notes, it says most but it
Mem.
looks like it says men. So we're over here going most men concert.
Most memorable concert.
What
Yeah,
concert do
what
most
about
men
you?
go
Yeah,
to?
do you?
Grew up in an era where concerts were available and you could go. It just, we couldn't afford them.
Right.
You know, so most of my memorable concerts are ones that I attended recently. One was Santana in Las Vegas, which was an intimate concert. And then the second one was a recent one we attended in Phoenix, which was Stevie Nicks and Billy Joel.
Mm.
Those are the most memorable, not because they're recent.
Or not because you're losing your memory.
No, but memorable.
Yeah, don't laugh.
Memorable because we were able to enjoy it. We were able to afford it. We were able to be a part of that particular venue.
Yeah.
Is what I'm trying to say.
Well, we went to the Rolling Stones. Remember in El Paso? They
That was-
went
yeah.
to the Miners.
It was up
to
in
the-
smoke, wasn't it?
Hell yeah. That's Cheech and Chong right there.
It was at the stadium, at the UTEP
Sunbowl
Stadium.
Stadium.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was pretty memorable. And man, you can smell the weed.
Nice.
And it was open. It's an open.
I know, open venue, right? You can still smell it. Yeah. Can
Yeah,
you smell?
but-
Can you smell the marijuana? Is it legal in Texas?
No.
No,
Oh, not yet.
you can still
No, here
smell
you
it.
Yeah, you can still smell it. no
Yeah,
matter
because
what.
it's legal
coming,
in New Mexico, so it's like
Oh,
what,
it's-
45 minutes away.
It's
or
coming over
something?
with
You're
rain
saying
clouds.
It's worth the drive.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Niffy? Do you have a memorable concert?
I've been to a lot of the concerts of like my age.
Right. Which?
Like I saw Kanye West and Jay-Z together here in
Did-
Kansas City.
Did you really?
That was really awesome.
That's cool.
I seen a million, like 5 different times Lincoln Park.
Yeah.
Billy.
Those
Billy
are
Rice.
so.
You know who? Chris Stapleton
Uh,
puts on a
yeah.
hell of a
It
concert.
was
Oh my
pretty
God.
awesome.
The man plays his own guitar,
Mhm.
and if you want to go back in time to bands that actually played musical instruments, Stapleton puts on a hell of a show.
Yeah.
He
Yeah, he
really,
was
really
awesome.
does.
Did he sing Tennessee Whiskey?
Yes, sir.
That's a gem right there. Speaking of whiskey, I got a whole wall back there, too.
I'm ready.
It's ready for you.
I'm ready.
You got until next Wednesday to drink them.
He will do it. Don't dare him.
They'll be gone.
Sam, do you have a memorable concert? Which one? Who do you got?
I don't know who. I don't remember who.
so not
I
memorable.
remember
So it's not a memorable concert.
yes, because there was a huge fight.
Oh.
At the
Okay.
concert.
Hey. Okay, go ahead.
Hey Jude. So that was the NWA
Oh, okay.
concert.
Ah.
That's right. NWA and
So talk about
was-
crazy. That's
yeah,
crazy
that
because
was
you could
Ice-T.
see the fight
Yeah.
happening,
Yeah.
and
that
it
was yeah. I was of course I was there with
it
you.
was a- I know.
Okay.
It was a racial fight. The blacks against the Mexicanos. And we could see people like
And we knew some of those people. They were
we didn't know.
flying down the chairs.
But at the same time, we were like, crap, we need to get out of here because then it became racial and you didn't
Yeah.
know who was going to jump you just because you were Mexican. And yeah.
It became a big racial fight. Yeah.
that
So
was
we all
crazy.
had to get out of there.
Well, do you
Quick.
guys remember Pitbull?
Oh,
Yes, I was thinking of that one too.
that was
Yeah.
that was in
I
Milwaukee.
like that one.
Yeah, that was great. That was great. Again, we thank you for that.
Yeah.
Yep. 'Cause
Oh.
you bought us our tickets. So
We
thank you
did?
so much. Yeah, I did. You did. I told you that I bought yours. Because you
said-
you thanked me. You bought me like 4 beers, and I
Yeah.
was like, "Shit, this is cool."
It was a big surplus. It was a hell of a deal. Huh?
It was. We were there in Milwaukee to see it was a Tejano concert, and you guys met us up there in Milwaukee, which is a crazy far place to meet.
Right.
We went from El Paso, Texas,
Yeah.
full of Hispanics, full of Tejano music,
Yeah.
Mexican music, to Milwaukee.
To
go
find
to
what?
a Latino
To find
music
a Latino
Mexican
festival.
festival.
What the hell?
I know. Who would have thought? Who would have thought there was so many Hispanics up there,
I
right?
know.
That's crazy.
That was crazy.
I'm sure there's now. I was gonna say maybe people think that about Kansas City, but now these are the stomping grounds, the railroads,
Yeah.
the hotels. Anyway, yeah, no, that Pitbull concert, Mr. 305. What else do we call him, nephew?
Mr. Worldwide.
Mr. Worldwide. Yes, sir.
I was going to say, Bill said it right. These days, concerts are a luxury item. They're not affordable. It's
Yeah.
not 30,
Yeah.
40
They're
bucks per person to get
expensive,
in. It seems like it's a luxury or a deciding factor in like somebody's budget of, are we going to this concert?
Yeah, one,
How
you
far
know,
are we going to go for it and things
I'm
like
not going to
that.
say whom we went to go see, but the majority of the concerts we've seen lately, you're talking about 300 plus a ticket.
Yeah.
And that's like nosebleed section.
I mean,
That's
you hear the stories about
crazy.
like what people are paying for Taylor Swift tickets and
Oh,
stuff.
yeah,
nowadays.
that's
Like,
just-
Tay-Tay.
That
We
is
bought 2 tickets
crazy.
to resell.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, people are doing that
make
too.
some money that way.
And businesses are buying like bunch load of tickets and then just selling them for their own price and
I
whatnot.
know Ticketmaster's working on changing that, where like each
You can't.
purchase has to have like a account attached to it, and you can't send them to other people without it going through their service and getting cleared, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So they're
So-
attempting to fix it, but right now, it's
Yeah.
going to cost you
It's
hundreds of dollars
crazy.
per
Yeah.
person just to go.
Oh, yeah.
It's crazy
So,
right now.
yeah. So like for me, Linkin Park, I saw them like 5 times. I saw them when they were nobodies. Their first album, right, nephew? You probably might have went to those too.
Yeah.
Them, New Edition, another one, back late
Back
80s.
in the day, yeah.
Yeah, 85, the early 80s, I should say. They started off really cool. But I think every time they come to KC or KC Mo, we go. Yeah, every time so. And they're all like 55 years old and they're still doing their thing.
Oh, yeah.
They're
Yeah.
still
Oh, yeah.
doing it. They're fun to watch.
I have another memorable one.
What's that saying?
You took me to go see for my birthday. What's his face?
That's another memorable one, yeah.
And I had to stand there the whole night, and I was like, "Oh, thank you for bringing for my birthday." That's
Yeah.
exactly what I
So I took
Billy Joel.
we took Sandy to go see Slick Rick.
wanted. That's it. Yeah.
Slick Rick, yeah.
It both
That was-
sounds like really good concerts, but her memories were nothing
know.
about the actual concert.
But you know what?
Yeah.
So, okay. Man, my cousin, rest in peace, Editor Cindy's Panic. He opened up. He opened. He was the opener for Slick Rick, which is pretty cool. So we got to watch Eddie, and then of course there's some other guys, and then Slick Rick comes out. He comes out at like, what was it? Maybe 12:30, 1 in the morning. It's a Wednesday night.
Yeah.
And it was in a small venue, but it was good. I enjoyed it. I know I enjoyed it because, it was the hip hop. So happy birthday, Sandy. And of course, Billy Joe. We saw Billy Joe as well.
Yeah.
And they play. It was the first concert at Kauffman Stadium where the Royals play. I believe it was the first one. That was awesome. That was really cool.
Anybody country fans? Newer country?
Yeah.
We got to see, fuck's the name? Dan and Shay. Are you familiar?
Yeah, they're good.
Me and my wife, we volunteered at a thing for Big Brothers Big Sisters, and every year they get in like an A+ talent for these 300 people that donated to their thing, and we were just volunteering at the event, and at the end they play a private concert for all those people.
Yeah.
And I had no idea who they were, but like Kaylee's like, no, I'll go volunteer. Well, yeah, let's try this out. Let's see who it is, and she loved it.
Did
Yeah.
you? What about you? I mean,
All right, they played the guitar and sang.
yeah. I mean, I think that's
I
cool.
don't like know any of the
There's
music,
nothing-
so I wasn't like singing along.
Like, there's
or
nothing wrong with
clapping my
country
hands
music.
or
I can sit there and listen to country music, but I tell you, remember the Western music, the older country stuff.
Oh, country music has changed. It's
It's changed big time.
Country music today is what rock and roll was in the 70s. Honest to God.
Yeah,
It's
pretty
transition.
pop.
It's transitioned that far. You know, if you look at the Eagles, you look at Journey, and that type of music from the 70s, that's what your current country artists are putting out today.
Huh? I never thought of it. Like
Yeah,
that.
old school country was old school. I mean,
And I can sit
you
there and
had
listen
Merle
to some
Haggard, you had
Johnny.
Cash,
Johnny Cash, Dolly Parton.
Dolly Parton. I mean, the list goes on.
Was
and
Chris
on.
Christopherson?
Merle Haggard.
Oh wow!
No, you're going way.
I can go
back.
with Conway Twitty.
Híjole.
You're going back to like New Mexico.
Oh, my exes live in George
Mexico.
Strait.
George Strait.
Yeah,
Country.
George Strait's
Yeah.
not that far back. I mean,
Oh, I
honest to
like
God,
George.
you can go way. I mean, my mom and dad.
He has his own
I have
clothing line.
I have no idea, but my mom and dad, they grew up on country music
Yeah.
of all things.
Being from New Mexico.
New Mexico, yeah,
New Mexico is.
yeah. So,
You probably
There it
had
is.
a cowboy hat and a vest.
oh hell yeah, I had a skull thing in my back pocket, dude.
The
Dip.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, you used to chew? Did you really?
Little
Let's
pinch-
chew this weekend.
pinching between the cheek and gum, baby.
Nowadays they have these little packs, look
Yeah,
like
the
little
pouches.
pillows.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
They're just
Gross.
contained, so
Those
it's
are
not
for
all in your
lesser
teeth.
men.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
ugh,
All right, we're not touching those.
that's nasty.
That's funny.
No, I think all that shit's stronger now.
Yeah. You know who else? Real quick, Michael McDonald. I remember
Oh
that.
my God.
I remember that
Oh.
story. I remember the story that you guys told me that it was at Disney World or
Where?
No.
you.
Oh,
Okay.
where we saw him?
Yes.
He was like where you are right now, and we're like right here,
But where were you?
Hawaii.
Oh, it was Hawaii.
It was
Why did I thought
Hawaii.
it was Disney?
No.
No,
It
we
was
went to
it
Hawaii.
was a company
Promo
company
type
event
thing.
that
Okay.
was put on,
Yeah.
and as participants in this company, you had to produce at a certain level, and if you did that, you got to go to Hawaii. And part of the entertainment at the gathering, the big dinner, was a live concert with Michael McDonald,
Mm.
Yeah.
and it was during dinner. It was amazing, just amazing.
His nephew, do you know who Michael McDonald is?
Not at all.
Okay,
Google him,
so-
dude.
Doobie
He
Brothers.
is
So he was part of the
I know
Doobie
of the
Brothers,
Doobie
but
Brothers, yeah.
Yeah.
okay, let me ask you this, nephew. You know the name of the song "Regulators"?
Sure. Yeah.
You know that the music.
Yes. he
So
said
they use that. That was Michael McDonald's song. I keep forgetting we're not in love anymore. Oh,
All right.
I love
so-
the way he sings.
So
Yes,
who
sir.
did it better?
Michael.
Yes, Michael McDonald.
Sheesh.
But I'll give it. I'll
Nephew,
give
do
it.
not
I'll
even
give it to them.
ask.
Wait, who did that?
Warren G.
Warren G. Yeah, Warren G. and Nate Dogg.
On the
Right.
the list, that's in like the top 50 hip hop songs of all time.
Right. That's a jam. That's a jam. The music.
So which one did you say
But-
was better? Hold on.
no, Michael McDonald's is better.
I don't think I've heard that one.
Yeah, the
Regulators.
Regulators, mount up. Yeah, it was a I don't want to get. I might get signed by somebody.
I
bet
got
you. Yeah, I like podcasting. I'm not.
Okay,
allowed-
later.
I'm
I
not
need to-
saying-
I
Yeah,
need
I'll
to
play.
hear it.
We'll play it. Yeah. What's the hook?
Still not gonna beat Michael.
Let's hit the east side on the LBC. Mr.
Let
Warren
me tell you a
G.
story. Can I
All
tell
right.
you a story?
Yes, please. That's why we're here.
We were sitting. We went to Arizona, and in Arizona, you know, you can partake of the happy weed in Arizona.
Nice.
So,
Did you?
well,
Hell yeah! That's all you had to say.
The left-handed cigarettes.
yeah, we went to Arizona, and I have a younger son who partook of Mary Jane, and he says, "Dad,
I love that song.
Dad, I bought you some gummies."
Okay.
So I said,
Oh,
"All right."
that's hilarious.
So we're going to a restaurant. He goes, "Here, bought you some gummies, Dad. Why don't you take one of these?" So I took this, I took this gummy and I chewed the whole damn thing. I knew no different.
You
You
just
just
heard
thought it was-
Josh. He's
you-
like, Pops, half.
He did.
Start with half.
He's like half. I go, hell, I'm a big man. I can take a whole one. So I chew the whole gummy and we go into this restaurant. And I am just floating, man. I was just like,
Faded and X-rated.
oh my goodness. I was just sitting there and I was just staring, you know.
Yeah.
And Josh is, you okay, Dad? You okay? And I'm like, you know what, son? I'm doing pretty damn well. And he goes, what's going on? What are you feeling? I go, I can hear their conversation. I can hear their conversation. I could hear every freaking conversation in that whole restaurant. I swear. my senses were enhanced, my hearing senses.
Oh, I need to start doing
Yes,
that.
you
So,
do.
long story short, we get in the car after we're done eating, and he puts on his hip hop music, puts on his rap, and
Yeah.
I'm sitting there listening. I'm like, damn, this is good. Shit, I
Where's
like
this
this.
No, he turns to me and he's like, babe, this is really good music. He says, I can hear the freaking words.
That's
That's
hilarious.
what it took.
So Theo.
So I partake of gummies frequently.
Yeah. Nice. Theo, you were all hip hop that night, right?
I have another concert memory.
Oh, back to the
Oh,
concerts. Hey, here we go.
concerts.
Let's go.
Isn't that what we're still on?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
That was a concert in the car.
I went to see Selena.
Oh, yeah, and we were talking about that earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
didn't
yeah,
even know who she was.
I didn't either, but I remember the purple outfit, and I was like, "Oh, this is cool." I thought it was, we're dancing, but everybody was up there like it was a concert, and people were all like,
Baila,
roar, and I was
baila,
like,
esta cumbia.
"Who are you going to go see?" And they're like, "This is Selena," and I was like,
Yeah, she was just up and coming.
"Yeah." So
That's
I got
awesome.
to see her before.
Yeah, that would have been cool. I would have. Yeah, you got to see her, and she was wearing her purple suit, that
Yeah.
purple
We
outfit.
saw her at a 16 or Cinco de Mayo, one of the two. 16 de septiembre or Cinco de Mayo
Or quinceañera.
festival or a quinceañera in El Paso. And it was at one of the parks, one of the city parks. And she was up there and she was in concert. And Rosie and I we were there and she goes, let's go home. I go, this is Selena. She goes, Selena who? Let's go
I'm
home.
like, I want to go home. I'm done. Yeah, I know. Sorry, AB.
Sorry, I mean, no disrespect, but this is
And
back
it
in the
was
day.
Everybody that knew her down south, because we were, from Kansas at this conference,
Yeah.
it's like she was just starting to make her crossover.
Right.
Man,
Like
and you-
everyone from Mexico, or
And you even
knew
took the
her.
video camera with you that year.
I don't remember,
Yes, you
but
did.
that's a concert I remember.
That's fun. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. Yeah, but we saw Michael McDonald solo do his at K-State, right? Isn't that where we went in Manhattan? He performed at K-State.
Did he really?
Or
Yeah.
GCC.
No. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, you are right. Excuse me. Yeah, it was at Johnson County Community College, and he did a concert there. And because I remember when you told me that story that you guys saw him,
Yeah.
and I was like so jealous. And finally, I was like, yes, I've seen him 2-3 times already. He came with the Doobie Brothers. What was it, maybe a couple years ago, at the Starlight Theater. Remember that? And so I wanted to go to the Doobie Brothers, but then I heard Michael McDonald was going to be there, and I was
Right.
like, nah. I said, no,
Yeah.
I'm not going. What? He is special guest Michael McDonald. Boom, we went, and he did his music.
It's like
I
Journey
can't
with
forget we're not in love anymore. Oh, we're gonna karaoke tonight.
It's like
Anyway.
Journey with no Steve Perry.
Oh, you know what? But that
yeah.
kid is pretty damn good.
Is
Is
he?
he?
Oh my God,
We've never
there's a documentary on him.
really.
You need to watch it. It is really good on how they found him and how these other guys, the band, were like, oh, I think we just found our Steve Perry.
Oh wow.
Oh, it is because he was doing karaoke. He's an Asian guy.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking, no, I won't go there. But no, yeah, yeah, but yeah, he did his thing, and I was
You
like,
talking about Sandy again?
oh, what? All right. Anyway, speaking of old cars, nephew, what are we talking about here?
I was going through and I was scrolling around and I found this video that was just highlighting 80s, if not early 90s cars with pop-up headlights. And I love the look of pop-up
Oh
headlights
yeah,
on
I
a car.
remember.
Like, it's just
I remember.
so old, they're
You
never going to make them again,
remember.
but that's one of my favorite things about older cars.
Really?
So I was going to see if you guys had anything from back in the day that you just love or wish they would do again. I was trying to think of some options. I thought like the shapes of the cars that used to be real boxy, or they used to have like ornate shapes of the lights, or seating, the good old station wagons with the
Ooh.
backwards row.
Do you remember that? Yeah, it was like the 3 seats. I mean, I don't know what I don't know what the compartments were, but yeah, that you would pop the seats up, boom, boom, and so all the kids would sit and look at the traffic You know, watching the
in the back.
Remember? Yeah, I remember my tío Poncho and Tia Ramona had one of those. So it was the coolest thing because they had the 6 kids. So that was their vehicle, right? Of course, I was number 7, so I'd sit in the back, you know, and it was the coolest thing to sit there with and the window was down, and you know, and the other thing. Remember the ashtrays in the was it the door handles?
Yeah, on the passenger doors.
on the
All doors.
armrests.
Yeah.
On the armrests, right?
Yeah.
They used to have ashtrays on there, the lighters.
The other thing I was going to ask is if you guys had any pros or cons of like old things that used to get added on. One of the weird ones that I can never understand to this day is like curb feelers.
Curb
You know what
feeler.
curb
Oh
feelers
yeah,
are?
yeah.
They're like
the metal rods that
Yeah.
stuck out from the fender wells
so that you know if you were close to the curb or not because you could hear it scraping.
Oh my gosh.
along the
He
concrete.
needs one. He needs some of those.
You need to put some of
I
those.
need those now. They need to make a comeback. I
Yeah.
swear to God.
Maybe
Oh,
maybe
man.
they just need to sell them in the hardware in the auto parts store. You can
Yeah.
pop them on, make your own.
But anything like those, I mean, any features or stuff that you forget from the old days that would be like, man.
The antennas. We used to have these antennas. I thought those were pretty cool.
They still have antennas now.
No, yeah, but they're like
they made them
little
better.
bitty. They made them better.
better.
But just
What do
the-
you mean?
I mean, it was cool when you turn the car on and the antenna would rise up.
That's the difference.
You just wanted to.
yeah.
Just wanted to put something on top of it.
You're just
Yeah.
happy to
Something-
see something rise up.
Oh, speaking of rise. Yeah. What else?
Well, I know somebody that you know closely, Jose, that used to like the emblems that were on the big cars.
Oh yeah, on the Jaguar, the Cadillacs,
My
the
Cadillac.
Cadillac.
Yeah,
They used to put the
Mercedes too used to have them.
yes. Well, you remember that the logo, the emblem would be
Yeah,
on the
ours was always getting stolen.
Exactly,
our
yeah.
Cadillac.
Yeah.
We had to replace that thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
My brother-in-law used to have like a collection of those, the Cadillac, the Jaguar. I think he even put a Jaguar on another vehicle that he
That's
had at the
funny.
On
time.
Jack. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I'm sure you know who I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What else was there?
I even, like I said, I even like just the shape
Oh, yeah.
of like they used to be real boxy. Like, let's say even a DeLorean, of where like what they thought the future was gonna look like was all
Yeah.
these sharp angles and
Yeah.
things. They
Yeah.
looked like wedges. You know, the Corvettes, the Ferraris of that time. They just-
You made a time machine out of a DeLorean?
You know
Famous
what
line.
You know what I miss about the old car is the muscle cars. The muscle cars of the 60s.
Like the Corvettes?
50s, 60s,
Is that a muscle
70s.
car?
Oh, yeah. Corvettes, Mustangs, Camaros, the Dodge Charger, the Dodge Challenger. There's so many. I mean, and those cars, you're talking about 350, 410, 420 horsepower.
Right.
You know, but that's when gas was 25 cents a gallon. You know, it's not $3.65 a gallon.
Yeah.
So times were different back in the day. It was all about power, it was about muscle, but then it was affordable back then.
Yeah.
We just saw a Mercedes or something. We're like, dang, that looks so different from what they used to look like.
We saw. Was it a Mercedes?
I don't know.
We saw. Yeah. Okay. Let's just say it was a Mercedes Benz, but it looked like our SUV, like the Murano,
Yeah.
but just
Yeah.
had the logo on there. You know.
real bubbly these days.
Yeah. Yeah. That's just the way they're. Yeah. It's the way they make them nowadays. But speaking of what you were saying, Theo, the remember Burt Reynolds, the Bandit.
Yeah.
He had his Trans Am.
There you
Right,
go.
it was a Trans Am. The T, what they call it, a T.
T-top?
The
T-top.
T-top. Yeah,
Yeah.
had you could pop the window.
Yeah.
Friend of mine at work, I think her husband had bought her one for her birthday.
Those two dudes that were chasing Daisy Dukes all
Yes,
the time.
that's the other one I was thinking of.
Oh, what kind of car was that?
What was
Yeah,
that?
the Dukes of Hazzard.
Dukes of Hazzard.
It wasn't a GT?
Anybody? I can't remember. It was that
I don't
orange car.
remember.
I don't know. Was it a
And
Dodge?
Starsky and
The
Hutch.
Charger?
Remember Starsky and Hutch?
Starsky. That was wasn't that a Ford Mercury?
Yeah, I think so.
Wasn't it? Because
I think so.
I always thought
Yes.
Tuccio Resendiz, may he rest in peace. Remember his car? Remember that Mercury he had?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I think Chewy and I tore that car up. Oh man, we used to drive it. Yeah, we used to drive that to school, and it was a cool car. It was a big car.
Bill, let me ask you: if you used to drive stick back in the day,
sir.
Would you ever go back now?
I can't go back now.
You can't?
No, I physically I can't.
Oh, okay.
If you could, though.
If I could, I wouldn't mind going back. Honest to God, I wouldn't mind. I taught all my kids to drive stick.
Just in case?
Yeah, no, not just in case, because it
just in case they wanted to ride a motorcycle.
No, it forced them to pay more attention to what they were doing versus what they could do otherwise.
Yeah.
In other words, mess with the radio, play with their phones. They had
Can't
to
really text and drive while driving stick.
I mean, you got to remember, you got to shift gears, you got to push in the clutch, you got to, you know, there's things you have to do physically, and concentrate on driving versus doing other things. So
I still want to learn. I do.
Did you
That's
keep
how I
one
learned.
stick shift car around just so that they could all learn on it?
Oh
or-
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. We did. It would pass down from
Yeah.
one to the other.
Yeah,
Yes, yeah, we did that.
Oh man.
I remember my uncle had first job I had. I was 14 years old, and I went to Campgrounds of America. This was a camping facility in Alamogordo, New Mexico, and because my dad was who he was in this small community, I was able to get a driver's license when I was 13 years old.
What?
Yeah, my dad walked into the Department of Transportation, Motor Vehicles, and he says, I'm here to get Billy a license. And then he says, well, what's his date of birth? We need a birth certificate. And he tells the gentleman, he goes, you don't need a birth certificate. You were there when he was born. He goes, he's 16 years old. And the guy goes, oh, yeah, I remember. So I got issued a damn driver's license at 13. So at 14, I go apply for this job.
Uh-huh.
And this gentleman's got this old 3-speed on the column. And he says, you know how to drive, right? I go, yes, sir, I do. He goes, you know how to drive standard? I go, yes, sir, I do. So I got hired, and that damn truck stayed in first gear for the longest time because I didn't know what the hell I was doing. But we learned. We just, you were forced to
Figure
learn,
it
you
out.
learned.
Yeah. Well, at least we didn't hear
Yeah.
anything like that. Yeah. No, that's cool. I like I said, I still want to. Sandy, do you know how to drive a stick?
Nope.
Yeah. See, that's
I do.
Jonas.
I learned
Yeah.
how to drive on stick shift.
That's cool.
I would
Well,
like
you
a-
tried, Theo. I really did. I tried, but back then I was like, okay, I'm done.
I would like a fun weekend car that's stick, but Kaylee refuses to learn.
Well,
She's
really?
like, nope, I don't want to.
Ca-
But
you know-
I could teach you just in case. She's
So,
like, nope,
you know, if
nope.
Marcos was here, he'd be saying the same thing. I want to learn so bad because he wants to ride a bike, a motorcycle.
Yeah.
And from what I understand, if you can drive a stick, then riding a motorcycle
thing.
will be pretty simple. Fuck, I don't know.
You could learn a motorcycle
thought-
first.
Yeah, I know, right? And then, well, no, it's not the same though. Is it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Different
Going
spots,
backwards.
different spots, but same. thing.
Yeah, but yeah, I think that would be. I don't know. I'd live. There's many things that I still want to do before I'm gone, and
Stand
sticks
up.
is on my bucket list. Yeah. Anyway, this has been fun.
It
hope
has
you guys
been
have-
fun.
We had a good time.
It's good.
You know, okay. Before we end the show, I will. Let's go. These are random questions. Okay, I have 50. I have 50 questions here, but I only want you to give me your favorite number, and then I will give you that question. So we'll start with you, Tia. What's your favorite number? Or pick a number. I don't care.
36.
36. Do I have 36? Okay. The question is, what is the best gift you've ever given?
Gift I've ever given?
Yeah.
I guess, I don't know, I guess the charities that I
No,
give
that's good.
to. I don't know.
Yeah.
I
No,
give-
it's yeah, because everybody's coming after you now, right? From what I understand. Yeah.
It's tax deductible. That's what I keep telling your Theo.
Yeah.
Think of it that way.
She has dollar bills in the ashtray of the vehicles that we drive. And she goes, it's for the homeless.
It's for my
So
homeless.
I take the dollar bills and I buy a hot dog and a soda and I say, I'm your homeless.
Well, you know, all right.
So bad.
Before we get to Theo, but let me ask you, nephew. What? Let's try this with you. Give me a number. I'll ask you a random question.
10.
Diez, número 10. What are 2 things you never leave the house without?
My phone and my wallet. It's probably the.
Yeah,
The
that's got to be.
Good answer.
Good answer. Good answer, nephew. Good answer. Survey says. Nice. What about you, Theo? What's your favorite number?
24.
Oh shit, that's my favorite number, Theo. Do you have a party trick?
A party trick?
Yeah, like when everybody's hanging out and you're like
Juggling, like something that would just impress the masses if you needed to.
You know what? Theo, here, I have to say this. Theo Tuco had this party trick. I'm sure he's done this at your house, where he can take a glass or a bottle and put it on a dime.
Oh yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can make it stand on a dime in a tilt,
Yeah.
right, in a weird degree angle.
It's a party trick. It just
Yeah.
entertains people.
I'm not that damn creative. I'm sorry. I don't have a party trick. I'm
What?
sorry.
Not a comedian? Okay. Anyway, all right. How about? Well, that wasn't number 24. That was number 41.
Let's try 24.
Yeah. Let's try 24 now. Okay. What is your song?
Oh, Jesus.
No,
What
I
is
asked
it?
you, not Jesus.
What is it, Rose? The one from Journey?
Good Lord.
Highway Run?
Faithfully.
Highway run
Through the midnight sun.
Faithfully.
Faithfully.
Oh, faithful. That's your jam?
That's my jam.
Yeah.
I met your Thea.
Oh, don't. He did not ask you for that. Sorry,
somebody doesn't want to hear. Dallas, shh. Somebody doesn't want to hear that song. That story too. Apparently, that doesn't want to hear it either.
No, let's go on.
All right. Well,
We dance faithfully.
you danced to that song?
Yeah.
Okay.
Move on, nephew.
Was that at?
Move on, nephew.
Okay. Speaking of moving on,
It was at a
We
backyard
are-
party.
oh, did you have any tricks while you were dancing? Okay, we'll end it there. All right. Well, again, thank you for joining us in our show today. This was
You're welcome. Thank you for
what
having
happened.
us.
Who did what?
I said I didn't get to pick a number.
Oh, all right. Sandy, since you're here, I guess yeah. Well, erase that. Yeah. Thank you for joining us. Well, Sandy, what is your favorite number? 24? What? Oh no. They already said that. I knew that. Go ahead. Give me a number. Excuse me?
Up to what?
From
50.
0 from 1 through 50.
Oh, 50.
50.
And if you pick something else, I will just give you a random question.
Oh, you will.
Yeah.
48.
Number 48. If your life were a song, what would the title be?
Oh, shoot. That's wrong.
He's
What
not
the
saying
hell?
what song. He's
Yeah.
saying name the song.
Name
of
a
your
song.
life.
If you in your
I don't know any songs. You know me. I'm not a song.
that's
We're
the
not
name.
asking a song. Okay,
We're
that's
not
the name
asking
of
you.
the song.
Yeah.
I don't know song.
What would the
If you were writing this song,
If I were writing it,
about your life? What would the title of your song be?
blessed.
Blessed.
There you go.
Nice.
there you
Good
go.
answer. Good answer. Good answer, Steve. It's up there, Steve. All right.
See,
What?
people don't know what you're talking about.
What happened
Are you
to
going to thank
Marcos?
us again?
Again. Yeah.
Let's do the whole thank you, Theo, Thea.
Thank you, Theo. Thank you, Thea, for being here. I appreciate you guys making this long journey for the show. And while you guys are here, Ileana's having a party, and she is graduating.
Thank you
So-
to the man behind the.
Yeah, the man behind the glass,
Yay.
Jose. Yeah, my nephew. Yeah, he does good work back there.
Hell of a
Where-
job.
Where's Marcos?
Marcos, he had to go to work.
Oh.
Yeah.
he's
And
asleep.
Christian?
And Christian's like,
He showed up at some point.
he showed up to say hi, and he's
Yeah.
like, I'm out of here. He probably went to go eat.
That's
Yeah,
the
he-
most I've heard him speak in a while.
Yeah.
Years.
Anyway, again, thank you so much.
Thank you,
You're
guys.
welcome.
This was fun. I hope you guys have fun doing this. I enjoy doing this.
Thank you for having us here.
And we can talk sponsorships later.
We are blessed.
Okay. But But yeah, everybody, yeah, we are blessed. All right, nephew, we good?
We're good.
All right, man. Thank you so much for being back there too. Thank you for being here, Sam. Of course, being in the audience, only member back there. Appreciate you. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching the Big Modcast. Until episode number 98. Adios.